Welcome to the Backcourt Breakdown. As you enter into the gym, the concession stands this way, the fans seat over here, and do not get distracted by the cheerleaders because we're here to talk about basketball.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
All right, man. 18 points, 6 rebounds in the first quarter. Wemby got ejected in game 4 and came back like he had something to prove. And, bro, he proved it. Spurs win 126-97 and take the series 2-3. And now Minnesota season is on the line. Let's break it down. Welcome back to another episode of the Backcourt Breakdown podcast, a podcast when we talk about basketball from every angle. My name is Junior, and I'm back today with my host, Michael. How are you doing today, Mike?
Doing great, man. Excited to talk about hoops.
Man, I'm so excited to talk about this again. But all right, man, let me stage this for you. So game 4, Wemby gets injected in the second quarter for elbowing Nasri, like we all see. So he's gone. His team was up 2 before he left. He leaves. They lose by 5. The NBA decided to suspend him for game 5. And bro, that man came out like he was on a mission that game. I mean, he has 18 points, 8 rebounds in the first quarter. And I say 18 because that was all in the first quarter. He was 6 for 8 from the field, 2 for 3 from the 3. And he had now the first 17 points of San Antonio. I mean, this was just a message that he was sending to everybody. And here's what I need people to understand, man. This was just Wemby being angry. I mean, we were able to see his talent. I mean, he's like, you rejected me? Cool. I'm going to come. I'm going to show you what happened when I'm on the floor. And every time he touched that ball in the first quarter, man, you could feel the energy in that building. Like he was driving to the rim to start the game. He was just dunking it. I mean, the crowd was going nuts, pulling up from 3. Like he set the tone and Minnesota never recovered. So here's my first question to you, man. I mean, what did you see from his approach in the first quarter? Like, did it feel like he was playing with something to prove after that injection, or that was just Wemby being just Wemby? Tell me a little bit.
Yeah, Wemby usually comes out and plays hard. I saw at the post game after he elbowed Nas Reed, he had a talk with Greg Popovich. So I'm assuming that kind of fired him up, kind of got him, got his head back on straight, considering he got it in his feels a little bit the last game. He was playing very, very well. He was playing very efficient, and he played very aggressive attacking the paint. So,
I mean, this is what I noticed, man. I mean, when he kept his composure all night, man. Gobert got a flagrant early. I remember Fellaini on there on his jumper. Nasri even tried to shove him in the back after a box out and got a tech. I mean, he didn't retaliate at all. He just kept playing with good energy and good pace. And I think that was really big for the Spurs. And I mean, it was cool to see someone kind of learn from, I would say, I don't really would say a mistake, just a moment in a game and then carry on into the next game with a good energy. All right. Now, before we crown the Spurs for their amazing performance, I mean, let's give this Minnesota team also some credit because they didn't go away quietly that game. I mean, third quarter starts, the Wolves were they were on a run, 14-2, and just like that, it was tied at 61, 18-point deficit was gone. And here what I think was really fascinating, man. Like Minnesota start chipping away a little bit, was making good plays, like throwing alley-oops, and they were attacking the paint, putting pressure onto the rim and getting guys out of position, and that was a good coach adjustment that I saw. And I just want to give them props for that because I still believe that they can come out and still win this game tonight, even though the Spurs is very, very talented. But I'm gonna ask you, man, during that third quarter run, what did you see from the Minnesota approach? Like, was it a smart adjustment that they made, or was the Wolves just finally playing with some desperation and that should have just had that from the beginning of the first quarter?
yeah, I agree with the second part. Yeah, I believe that they should have came out playing a little bit more fiery in the first quarter. Like you said, desperation matters a lot in basketball. We also state that a team that's hungrier usually the team that wins. The team that wants it more, scrappier, is usually the team that wins. And Minnesota has the ability to do that, so they should have done that from the start.
For sure. I mean, Minnesota has been the underdog in most of this series. I mean, versus the Denver Nuggets, we saw that, man. They were down 3 players, still found a way to fight the way and get out of that round. Now they're playing the Spurs, also that have Wemby, a big force on offense and defense. So now they're also the underdog in it. They're fighting, and I love it, man. And I believe that they have a chance to definitely make something happen tonight. Okay, so here's what the game really turned to me. I mean, Minnesota ties it at 61 momentum on all Wolves side, and they don't panic, The Spurs doesn't panic, they respond. And this is what I think. This is the play that I think that changed everything. Like Keldon Johnson, bro. This man blocked Rudy Gobert, a 7 foot on a dunk attempt. He was what? Defensive player of the year. We know that. He comes right back down, bodies up, Anthony Edwards under the rim, hits a jumper. I mean, that sequence right there, man, that's a full-point swing. I mean, that's hard. And that's a guy who's not letting his team lose. And I think that was very impressive to see. And that opened like a massive run for the Spurs. I mean, they gave up 30 points in the last 6 minutes of the last quarter, Mike. 30 points. Like, that is insane. But I want to ask you something, man. Keldon Johnson had 21 points tonight. Fox 18, Castle has 17. The Spurs have 4 guys in double figures. And Wemby he didn't do it alone. So how important is that supporting cast that San Antonio have going forward?
Yeah, it's very important. If they want to win the games, Wemby can't do it by himself, obviously. I
Mm,
also seen something where people were saying that the more Dylan Harper develops, the more that San Antonio's front office is going to have to decide whether or not they want to trade De'Aaron or trade this person. But honestly, I don't think they should trade anybody. I think this is a good, solid team, and all championship teams have to have depth, which they have.
yeah. I mean, I just heard you mention Dylan Harper, man. I mean, you always talk about him, man. Watching him that game, just not just that game, just this entire series, man. Like, what is something about him that you really like that you can share with us? Because we're on Discord, and we always talk about how he's a rookie and a vet, about just the way he moves, the play he makes, the shots, his efficiency, man. Tell me a little bit about Dylan Harper, Mike.
Yeah. So Dylan Harper, I mean, I've always been a fan of Dylan Harper's game, like the
Mm-hmm.
play style. And he's a lefty, so it's just cold. But the maturity that he plays with, he doesn't try to be anything more than what the team needs him to be. He understands his role as that sixth man-ish kind of player that comes in and gives a spark, that runs the team, that runs the offense, gets out in transition. He's just smart, man. And if he's on any other team besides the Spurs, I mean,
Yeah.
he's in contention for the rookie of the year.
For sure. I definitely believe that. All right, let me talk about why everybody is losing their mind on a lot right now. The physicality of this game. I mean, game 4, we also what happened when he gets a flagrant 2 for elbowing. Nasri, he gets injected. In game 5, Rudy gets a flagrant for landing on his foot now. He also gets attacked. Nasri also gets attacked for elbowing him. And here's my honest take, man. I just want to say, like, both teams are playing physical. And that's what we need from playoff basketball. Like, both teams are pushing each other at the line, but it feels like Minnesota's the one crossing it more often. I mean, the Gobert undercut was in. I mean, I thought he was gonna get injected, but the Reese. I mean, this is just it's playoff basketball, and I think people think that Minnesota just letting the frustration out because they're losing, and I don't agree with that. So here's what I want to say, man. Going into Game 6 Friday night, they're gonna be playing Minneapolis. The Spurs can close it out and eventually go face OKC in the Western Conference Final, and that'll be the end of Minnesota Timberwolves season. So my question is, from what we saw from Minnesota, right, be down in Denver, do you believe that they can win Game 6 this Friday?
Yeah, basketball is basketball at the end of the day. Anything is possible, especially the fact that they took them to 6 games. They can
Yeah.
they can for sure win this game. It's not gonna be easy though, but yeah, they can.
Man, I'm still gonna go with the Wolves. I think the Wolves definitely can come out tonight and make something magical happen. I mean, we see them, bro, at home. It almost like you can't really beat the Wolves. They have good crowd energy. AE just plays amazing at home. It's just that vibe. You can feel it when you go to Target Center, man. Just something about that arena. And I believe that this whole supporting cast, man, like Julius Randle's gonna give us, he's gonna give us some good tonight, and I'm very excited to see what he's gonna be doing. Nasri coming off the bench, Ayo, Bones, like I think all these guys are understanding, like, yo, we have something special going on, and I'm pretty sure they also want to get to the Western Conference Final. But we're not gonna discredit the Spurs team also. The Spurs is very, very deep, has a lot of talent. I mean, we all know what Wemby can do. Dylan Harper, Castle, all these guys. So tonight's gonna be an interesting matchup that I'm very excited to see. And I mean, may the best team that comes out with great energy wins tonight. But I still got the Wolves. Wolves in 7, man. Anything else you want to see? You want to say, Mike?
Yeah, I got the Wolves win it tonight, and then for Game 7, I'm gonna go San Antonio.
Game 7. So do you think they're gonna win in Minnesota tonight? Go back to Spurs and Spurs win this game?
Yeah.
That's a good way to look. All right, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in and watching this episode. We will be hopefully going live talking about this game. Hopefully you guys can join us and watch. And Mike, you got anything for us before we leave, man?
Yep. As you guys leave the gym, pick up your nacho trays, your South Punch straws, your chip bags, your Starburst wrappers, and deuces.
Yeah, man. And if you haven't subscribed, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Mhm.
And we out.
Peace.
Let go.